The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards the gain for number 18. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And early to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Wentz to throw on second down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. James has got it. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Breida. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right. That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he? He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total. Yeah, really nice game there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
180! 180!
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. They run with Breida. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Garoppolo, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
120!
Here's Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
12. 180! Black 80! 12, fellas, here we go. 12. 58, Mike. Black. 6. Check safety.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Well, then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Check.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Great 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Run. Great 15. Great.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
180. 120. 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run with Ajayi. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. And the tackle there by Chris Long.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
20, 180. 6.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
21.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
6. 12, fellas, here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Forced out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Graham in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Here we go. 180.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Sproles, the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the fourth. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a one-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have...
It's caught inside the 25. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 57 yards. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard. Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll begin the drive with Breda. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. There's Garoppolo to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff looking right. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And on the ground they go with a running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? making the comeback, and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.